and a certified nationwide class of over 1 million people in wheelchairs who are currently refused service by Lyft, the ride-sharing company. You guys know Lyft, they're a really big multi-billion-dollar company. Wheelchair accessible vehicles are waves. Lyft provides wave service in 9 cities where regulators force them to do it. So you can get a wave on the Lyft platform in Yonkers. In the rest of the country, 96%, I'm sorry, I said Yonkers, I didn't mean that. I meant the Bronx and New York City. In 96% of the country, Lyft blocks wave service. And Harriet and WDOM came to me 7 years ago and said, let's fix this. So we filed a federal class action lawsuit. The judge granted our motion to certify it as a nationwide class. And on July 8th, we're going to go into court and we're going to fight as hard as we can to make Lyft serve people in wheelchairs. If we win that fight, people with disabilities who need rides all throughout the country will be able to get them. And if Lyft wins that fight, a multi-billion-dollar corporation will learn that the ADA doesn't apply to it. Now, Lyft has spent millions of dollars defending this lawsuit. They have the best lawyers that money can buy. They're really good. They're really smart. What I can promise you is we are morally right. We are legally right. It is my great honor to stand with you all, and we are going to fight like hell. And what I hope for, let me just tell one quick story. This case began because of a man named Ansel Lurio. Can you raise your hand if you know Ansel? Ansel was a member of Westchester Disabled on the Move, and he downloaded the Lyft app because Lyft served him in New York City. And then Ansel was in Yonkers, going to a doctor's appointment, and he was in his using his scooter, and there was a freak snowstorm, so he was stranded. He needed to call someone. And he tried to call Lyft, and because he was outside of New York City, he got a message from Lyft, which is, we will not serve you. And ultimately, the only way Ansel could get out of that snowstorm was for an ambulance to pick him up and take him to the hospital, even though he wasn't sick. And that affected Ansel so much that it became a federal lawsuit. When Ansel was born, his mother said, his doctors told his mother that he wouldn't live past 18, and the doctors told his mother that he'd be cognitively impaired. Ansel was a very smart man who had a master's from Columbia, and he lived to be 38. Ansel testified in this case. He's given everything he can. He gave everything that he could to try to make Lyft serve people with disabilities. When we go forward 2 weeks from now, Ansel's spirit will be in that courtroom, and I know that I'm speaking for all of you, and I'm hoping and praying that the end result is that we end Lyft discrimination and we open up Lyft service to everyone.